Yeah.
The first one, I googled it, and it was actually Jerry Adams apologising for saying how regrettable it was for a bomb going off in Ireland and killed so many people.
The problem,
and he just nicked the speech.
yeah, but the problem.
Then the the Reverend what was it? Ian Paisley did a speech about how regrettable a bomb was going off,
Right.
and Tony Blair nicked that as well.
Well,
And when I published that
yeah.
on what's that magazine called? Punch.
Ah.
No, not Punch. Private Eye.
All right.
They went apeshit.
Yeah.
The guy that runs the magazine,
Was that
he
Peter
threw
Cook?
up and joined CND.
Was that Peter Cook who's dead? Private Eye.
Yeah, he was.
Was that after Peter Cook?
Oh yeah, it was.
Was it after Peter Cook died? Was it?
A long time.
Peter Cook
Long
started
time.
Private Eye. Now the problem I have with this Iraqi business is that if someone comes along and bombs your fucking city, bombs a city of innocent people. In Baghdad in 1999, was it 1999 or 98?
I don't remember. It was quite a while
It was
ago
the late 90s. And
Yeah.
Tony Blair, he bombed Iraq and he bombed an innocent city, entire city full of innocent people.
Mm.
They weren't even fighting. There was no war at that time.
No.
Because Saddam Hussein had too many weapons apparently, but what
He didn't. That was made up. Just
Well,
so they could
I know,
invade in order to get
But-
control of the oil.
Yeah, but the point is they bombed and they killed innocent people. A whole fucking city, bombed city. And what was it? Baghdad was it?
Baghdad, yeah. Well, it was all over. They were bombing
That's
civilians.
Jerusalem area. That's sort of like Jesus area. And I'm thinking sort of like how many innocent people died that night getting bombed? And then you wonder why they fight back.
Hmm.
And then they wonder why you get terrorism because they haven't got enough people to fight a bloody war, you know.
These wars caused the terrorists.
That's exactly it though. I can't blame the Israelis for fighting back. I do blame them when they cut off people's arms and legs, their own people's arms and legs. That makes me sick. The actual thought of that. The fact
The
that
Israelis.
yeah, well, all of the Arab states, they still amputee. They still cut off limbs of people for committing a crime, for doing a robbery or whatever, and they'll still cut off your arms and stuff or hands, so you can't do anything. And it really pisses me off. That does, but I still can't see the justification of bombing Iraq just because Saddam said he had too many. Well, you know
That was made up.
Obviously. But Saddam was the one who kept Iraq moderate. You know how
There was all sorts of different
but
religious groups fighting it out before he took over.
Yeah, but when he took over, he settled the whole country, didn't he? But it was a peaceful country then.
It
Yeah,
was.
you still had fanatics, you still had more Muslim or whatever. They're all still Muslim, but there was more relaxed in his time when he was took over. And then they sort of like, as soon as they got rid of Saddam, the whole country went mental and kind of like, no wonder you got fucking terrorists and stuff. I don't blame them for fighting back. And say, well, you know, innocent people get blown up in these bombings. Yes, but innocent people got blown up in Baghdad. Hell of a lot more innocent children got blown up and killed in Baghdad, and that really upsets me. Because that's sort of supposed to be the holy country, supposedly.
Well,
you're talking about Revelations, weren't you?
yeah, well, we'll get to that. But
Right.
let's. Jimmy Carter, when he was president,
Yeah.
the Arabs have bumped up the oil prices, and Jimmy Carter said that the American military must be used to control the world's oil.
Aye.
So he actually started the concept of taking over countries
Do you
to
move
lick
your
their
beards in
oil.
your face?
That's what they've been doing until America became independent energy-wise with all their
Yeah.
oil and gas they're producing. And now the Americans are saying, no, we're not going to interfere with other countries.
Yeah.
So all those wars were about oil that's
Well,
got to stay in the ground anyway.
Yeah, but either way, you can't. The oil comes from either the North Sea or fucking Iraq anyway. But it's a retired resource now, isn't it? Because they've got the electric cars and stuff are taken over now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
So I suppose it's sort of like. But how do you generate electricity? Where's that come from? Where's the power for electricity come from?
Well, you've got wind power and you've got solar panels.
Exactly, yeah.
And
But
if we spend all the money
you can actually.
that we give to the fossil fuel companies from our taxation
Yeah,
and spend it on wind turbines, we can have clean electricity in 8 years.
yeah.
And I keep bugging,
I mean,
I keep bugging the local
you
politician
generate-
about it.
I'll tell you what would be a good idea for generating electricity. Here's a good one. You know how you have these leisure centres where people go to run around on these conveyor belts, yeah? Now what about, because of you're actually creating energy then, aren't you?
So,
When you're running on those conveyor belts in the leisure centre, what if you could use that electrical power? You could have you ever seen Soylent Green?
no.
Charlton Heston was in it.
Charlton
was in it.
Heston put a vest on.
No, Soylent Green. Charlton Heston,
Put a
the
vest
actor.
on.
No, he was in it. But there was Soul. There was a guy called Soul or something like that in it. A Jewish guy, and he was pedaling the bike to generate the electricity. You see, this was in Soylent Green, a movie in the 1960s, I think, or 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soylent Green. And Sol. No, it was Sol. It was definitely Sol. And Sol was pedaling a bike to generate electricity for the flats that they were living in, you see. And I'm thinking, why don't you use the energy created by the conveyor belts in the leisure centres? Connect that to the electricity supply. Because if you can pedal a bike, you can pedal a bike, literally.
Some companies do that.
Yeah, but actually, in Soylent Green, honestly to God, in Soylent Green, Sol, he had a bicycle connected to a generator sort of thing. So he pedalled the bike to generate the generator on a conveyor belt kind of thing. Now, if you could do that in a leisure centre, couldn't you? So that when you go to a leisure centre and you do your exercise, you could actually generate electricity, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's quite feasible and quite possible you could do that. You're
Well-
talking about revelations. What is it you wanted to say?
Well, I maintain that we're living in Revelations.
What is revelations? I don't really
Well,
know. I've never really read the Bible, to be honest.
Well,
Completely.
you've really got to give it a go because it'll explain
Will you
what's going on.
Give me the gist. Give me the gist
But,
of it now.
um,
Give me the gist of it, because I really don't know.
It explains that at the end of time, rivers catch fire.
Aye.
That's happened several times in the USA. They've put so much polluting stuff into the rivers
Yeah.
that they're spontaneously combusted.
Have they?
Yeah, and they couldn't put them out because they didn't know what the chemicals.
I know there's
that
been
were
quite
in.
a few forest fires, haven't there? There's been. I'll keep picking that bit of paper up. There's been a lot of forest fires, haven't there?
Yeah.
Around the world. That's for true. Especially, I don't know where Sam's. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I don't really keep up to the news when I'm not working.
Another prediction is that fires break out all over the world.
Yeah.
You've got the Great Beast and the Second Beast.
What's the great beast?
The Great Beast is Guru Maharaji.
Who's that?
Well, he's a guru from India.
Oh, it's not a Christian.
No,
Oh, is this Muslim?
no, he's I don't know what
Because
he
Bee's
is.
Muslim, isn't she?
Yeah,
That's the wonderful thing about your children, is that they've got both Christian and Muslim. So
yeah.
they, they've
I
got
think
the
they're
both
both turning out
perspectives.
atheists at the
Yeah, but-
moment.
Yeah, I know, but they get both perspectives, don't they?
Yeah,
You know, you get the Eastern perspective, and you the Middle Eastern perspective, and you also get the not Middle Eastern, is it? Was it? It's not Malaysia, is it? Is it? Where's she come from? Bee?
Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah,
Where's that exactly?
just underneath Malaysia.
Oh right, it's underneath Malaysia. Oh yeah, Ireland. Isn't Ireland?
Yes,
Singapore? It is
yeah,
an island.
small island.
Oh right, a small island. Oh right. Oh, that's cool. That's
So,
great.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
love the fact your children are going to be so wise because they've got both perspectives. the
Well,
Christian
hopefully.
perspective and the Muslim's perspective, sort of thing, or whatever. And that's beautiful, I think.
Well, anyway, you've got Rivers of Fire, slavery. I thought that was extinct decades ago,
now?
but it's still going on
Where?
all over. You've got
I suppose in Britain
the
you've got a lot, haven't
prostitutes
you?
that are
Polish, I suppose.
dragged in from Europe.
Yeah.
They're told they've got a good job coming to Britain, and when they get here, they're made to become prostitutes.
Aye.
You've got a lot of fishermen as slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically everything that's in Revelations is coming true. Volcanoes, it predicts that there's going to be more earthquakes and volcanoes.
Have you ever read in
And
Nostradamus?
no,
Neither have I. Yes, I don't think I've ever read Nostradamus yet. But something's happened.
well, he's so cryptic, you don't know.
Yeah. But
What's
we're
going
in the
on?
thick of it. With whatever's happening, we are in the thick of it, aren't we? You know, we know we're down here. We're in the thick of it. What happens to us all, kind of thing. I can't talk. I'm not going to talk about work. I can't talk about that until that's over.
Well, we're talking about Revelations.
We're talking about Revelations, aren't we? Yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
your job's in the Bible.
No. It's not. It's not. We're talking about
But,
Revelations. So anyway,
Yeah,
carry on.
it's all evolving. You know, the devil will give all his power to the two beasts.
Who are the two beasts?
Guru Maharaji.
Who's that?
Well, he's this guru I was telling you about.
No.
And
He does what? Yeah, but
he keeps changing his name and the name of his society. So
Right.
he's changed to Bing Bang Bong or whatever.
All right. Okay. fair enough.
But now there's another guru in Africa
Aye.
who's called himself Guru Maharaji.
All right.
And his
But how's that?
organisation is Divine Light Mission again.
Yeah.
So they're just following each
Yeah, but
other.
how does that relate to the Bible? In
It's all in Revelations. You've got to read it, mate.
Well, in the Bible. That's not in the Bible, is it?
It is, yeah.
Isn't it? Is it really? These names. They're in the Bible.
No, you have to work them out.
Oh right. Well, what are the names?
I could send you.
Well, what's the story
I
in
could
the
send
Bible?
you an email of all
No,
how I worked it out.
don't. I've got enough to write already, mate. I've got enough. I'm writing Star Trek Excalibur, aren't I?
But basically, you work
Yeah.
out the number of the beast.
I'm writing. Hey. Basically, what?
You can work out the number of the beast
All right, great.
from various
Sort of
quotes from the Bible
Yeah.
that predict what the beast is going to say. That he says.
Does he? Anyway, I've been writing, talking about the beast, devil, and I've been writing a story on Facebook. You know, Facebook is a wonderful thing. It's absolutely beautiful, Andy. I swear to God. It's a writer's fucking dream. Do you know, I used to write, I've written a few books in the past, yeah? And I've sent them off to publishers, yeah? And they send them back. And I've had some very good reviews from a couple of publishers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my Horseman of the Apocalypse. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's on my It's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's on my YouTube channel now. But I published it on my YouTube channel, so it's published. Regardless of whether anyone watches it or not, it is published. Now, in the olden days, what I used to do before I got this clever, was that I used to send a script to the a book to the publisher that used to come back and they said, yeah, we'll publish. There's one company who said, oh, we'll publish it, but it'll cost you £1,500 to publish it.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you did publish a book, right? Imagine if you did publish a book. It would go into maybe a few bookshops, yeah? And no one would look for it. No one would even see it. Let's face it, there's about 5,000. How many people go to bookshops these days?
You'd have to go to the bookshop and talk to people coming in.
Yeah, I know, it'd be pointless. My point is, the chance of actually being a successful published book writer nowadays is about 1 to 1 in reality.
Yeah.
Even if you did pay to have it self-published. But on Facebook, I can write a book on Facebook, or I can write a book and publish it on YouTube, for instance. I've done Horseman of the Apocalypse on YouTube, They're very good. They're very worth watching. It's on the William Zebub channel. William Zebub, one word. William Zebub. But I've got the Alice Down the Plug Hole, which is a sequel to the Alice Through the Looking Glass, basically, and Alice in Wonderland. Because I hated the Tim Burton fucking shite. For start, do you know Tim Burton actually released a book called Alice in Wonderland? Insulting. I don't know how he got away with the copyright there, but he had a book and it was called Alice in Wonderland by Tim Burton. I thought, no, it's fucking not. I don't know how he got away with that copyright break. My story is Alice Down the Plug Hole. It's on YouTube, William Zebub. This channel, obviously, without anyone is watching. Because it's on